Hi again. Today we're going to reveal the top 10 common mistakes that we see everyone making on credit cards, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. You won't believe what we've discovered. Before we dive into the list of the top 10 credit card mistakes that are killing your credit, I want to mention that as a bonus, if you stick around until the end of this video, we are going to share the thoughts of both Dave Ramsey and Mark Cuban. Given the nature of the topic and their position on the subject, I'm expecting that we might get a few angry comments. So try and keep it civil so we can all enjoy discussing our views on the subject. And if you find our content helpful or intriguing, remember to hit that subscribe button. It really supports our channel and helps us create more videos like this one. I still remember one afternoon during my college days as I stared down at the crumpled credit card application. It felt like a magic trick, this little piece of plastic promising the world and yet holding the potential for disaster. I'd seen friends fall prey to the allure, end up buried in fees and regret. The minimum payment trap, the urge to swipe for just one more thing, the sudden realization you've spent way more than you can afford. It was a story I knew all too well. Believe me, I get it. The excitement, the fear, the whole roller coaster of emotions that comes with this first step into the world of credit. But it doesn't have to be that way. Let's talk about it. And maybe together we can navigate this thing without the usual crashes and burns. Credit cards are a double-edged sword financially. On one hand, if you play your cards right, pun intended, they can be an incredibly valuable tool. The rewards you can rack up are crazy. Free flights, hotel stays, cash back on all your purchases. It's like getting paid to spend money. But that's the trap a lot of people fall into. If you don't have ironclad discipline, credit cards can wreak havoc. There are about 10 classic pitfalls that can land you in a cycle of debt hell. Missed payments, only paying minimums, maxing them out. That trifecta alone can bury you in exponentially compounding interest charges. Before you know it, you're paying thousands for that vacation you took years ago. The key is treating credit like the profound financial instrument it is. You have to be ruthlessly tactical about avoiding the numerous hazards while maximizing the rewards. When used responsibly, few tools give you as much bang for your buck. But one misstep, and that reasonably priced knickknack can end up costing you triple down the road. It's all about developing budgeting habits and spending discipline. If you can crack that code, credit cards become incredibly lucrative. If not, they're a guaranteed road to financial ruin. That's the razor's edge we walk when wielding their power. Now, on with the show. So, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made with your credit card? Perhaps you're thinking, not me, I've got it all under control. Or maybe you're starting to feel a bit uncomfortable as a certain memory springs to mind. Either way, stick with me as we delve into the top 5 credit card mistakes. You might be surprised to find out you're not alone in your missteps. Or even better, you might learn how to avoid a future financial faux pas. Let's start with the first mistake, carrying a balance. You might think, I'll pay it off next month, it's not a big deal. But let me tell you, it is. Those interest charges on unpaid balances can snowball into a mountain of debt before you even realize it. It's like a silent thief, quietly stealing away your hard-earned money. Next up, we have the trap of high-interest store cards. They lure you in with promises of discounts and exclusive deals. But what they don't advertise as loudly is their high annual percentage rates. Before you know it, your debt becomes more expensive than that so-called exclusive deal ever was. On we go to the third mistake, overspending. Credit cards can give a false sense of unlimited funds. But remember, every time you swipe that card, you're borrowing money that you'll have to pay back. Using credit cards beyond your means can lead to high balances and strain your budget. It's like digging a hole with a garden shovel. It might seem manageable at first, but it gets harder the deeper you go. The fourth mistake is ignoring the limited use of store cards. They may offer you a tempting initial discount, but these cards aren't always accepted everywhere and may not offer rewards for everyday purchases. It's like being given a golden ticket, only to find out it's valid at just one store. Lastly, there's the ignorance of high interest rates. High interest can significantly increase your debt, making it harder to pay off. It's like running a race with a weighted backpack. You're working harder, but not getting anywhere faster. Did you find your mistake in these top 5? If not, don't worry. We have 5 more coming up that might just hit the mark. Ready for the rest of the top credit card mistakes? Let's dive right in. Overspending is a big one. Using credit cards beyond your means can lead to high balances and strain your budget. Also, don't ignore the limited use of store cards. These cards may not offer rewards or be widely accepted, and ignoring high interest rates? That's a huge mistake. High interest rates can significantly increase your debt. Now let's pivot to some smart credit card practices. First and foremost, pay your balance in full. This simple practice helps you avoid interest charges by paying off your statement balance each month. Also, keep your credit utilization ratio low. Don't max out your credit cards. This will help you maintain a good credit score. Next, maintain a sparkling payment history. Make on-time payments to avoid those pesky negative marks on your credit report. And don't forget to review your statements regularly. This will help you monitor transactions for any unauthorized charges. Now here's a tip that might sound obvious, but it's often overlooked. Select cards based on your spending habits. Choose cards with rewards that align with your purchases. This can help you get the most out of your credit card usage. Also, monitor your transactions for any signs of fraud. Regularly checking for suspicious activity can help you catch and address any potential issues early. Lastly, if you share credit cards with your family, make sure to have clear communication about shared accounts and responsibilities. This will help avoid any misunderstandings and potential financial issues down the line. Remember, the #1 mistake people make is not using their credit cards responsibly. So avoid these pitfalls and use your card as a tool to improve your financial well-being. As promised, here's the special surprise we mentioned earlier. Both Dave Ramsey and Mark Cuban have made it no secret that they are strongly against the use of credit cards. In fact, we pulled up a short-form video of Mark Cuban's remarks on the Dave Ramsey Show. Take a listen.
If you use your credit cards, you do not want to be rich.
Well, anytime you say something about debt, people send it to me. Look
Right,
what Cuban, look what Cuban said.
Tweets, yeah.
Look at what Cuban
and
said.
Vice versa.
Yeah, so cut up your credit cards. If you use a credit card, you don't want to be rich.
Yep,
I like that line. That's a good line.
That's my favorite line. I tell it people all the time. People then they ask me, well, where's the best place to invest? I said, your best place to invest is to pay off all your credit cards and burn them. Because your credit card, you know what your return is, right? If you get off, you're paying 15, 20% interest. If you pay that down, you just earn 15 or 20%.
Folks, I've told you 100 times, and Forbes 400 wealthiest people in North America, when surveyed, asked what's the way to build wealth, what's the #1 way to build wealth. 75% of wealthy people, not your broke brother-in-law with an opinion, but wealthy people say get out of debt and stay out of debt.
Yep.
Because it gives you power over your largest wealth-building tool, which is your income.
Well, I don't think there can be any confusion on where Mark Cuban and Dave Ramsey stand regarding credit cards. So I've got to ask, what are your thoughts? Please drop your stories and questions in the comments below. I realize there are strong opinions on both sides, but let's have a pleasant experience on this. Also, make sure to check out the video description for more resources regarding things I've mentioned in this video. Thank you for joining me in this video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Hopefully, I'll see you in our next video. Thank you so much, and until next time, from myself and everyone here at Smart Wealth Management, have a great day.